friends, Casey Ashmore coming to you from the studio. Good to be back. The thing I want to talk to y'all about is I'm doing a little reminder on Texas probate, on wills, powers of attorney, just the basic things that you need to have in your toolbox so that you can get at a time when the level of stress could not be higher. You're in a motorcycle accident in a foreign country and your family is in the United States of America. You're 3,000 miles from an airport. Real story, happened just like that. Have your affairs in order. Have a Texas durable power of attorney to handle financial matters. Have a medical power of attorney to handle healthcare decisions. Simple things make your life so much easier. But before we jump back into this topic, we got a lot of things going on in America right now. We've got a presidential election coming up that's, political discourse is at a fever pitch. We have the tragic events in Minnesota. Mr. Floyd's death has ripped our country apart, and we are praying for unity and healing. I am reminded of the motto of our great nation, E pluribus unum, out of many, one. The other things that the economic challenge and the unending coronavirus pandemic, which has put so many people out of work, so many people can't provide for their families, and we are sending prayers to lift all our friends, neighbors, countrymen, and people around the world who have been crushed by this pandemic. It's truly staggering, and we're hoping for relief from all these things and healing from all these things. But one of the things I want to talk about, so last series was talking about why you need to get your powers of attorney in place, especially when you have college-age children, because they're traveling all over the country. What if they got hurt? What if they were in a motorcycle accident in Utah? You're 15 hours away. What do? Right? You're just mom and dad. You're next to kin. The hospital may talk to you. Then again, they may not because you don't have a HIPAA release. They may have some input from you about healthcare decisions. Then again, they may not. It just depends on where you are. Is it a super religious Mormon hospital? Maybe they'll talk to you. It's a super strict HIPAA compliant hospital. It's part of a big care network, a big national network, and they have a big corporate policy that they consider inflexible. They may not talk to you. They may just give you some information, the kind of information that they have to give to the next of kin. So get durable and medical powers of attorneys in place before your kids are traveling all over the country. Especially since we got a little bit of delay since the college and school years aren't starting. But the other thing is, get a will in place. Just like that, real talk. You could be injured, something worse. You can contract coronavirus if you have underlying conditions, diabetes, heart disease, whatever. Knocks you out. Maybe knocks you out for good. You're not here anymore. What's the roadmap for your family if the worst were to happen? Well, that's what a will is. It's not a perfect solution. It doesn't avoid probate. You have to actually probate a will, which means you have to open a case in the probate court in the county in which the person passed away in, and you have to present the original will to the judge, and you have to ask the judge to approve the will and issue letters of testamentary letters to the executor named in the will. That's not an easy thing to do. It's not the hardest thing to do. And then you have to go about taking the steps that are required by the Texas Estates Code and under our state probate and estates law, and complying with the Texas Rules of Procedure and Notice and Evidence, and then, basically distribute the assets, report to the court what the assets are. But you cannot avoid probate with a will. But what you do have is a roadmap for your heirs and a way to make sure that your assets are distributed to protect the ones you love should the worst happen. And at a time when they need you the most, this document isn't perfect, but it's better than nothing. And when the alternative is nothing, it gets more complicated and it requires more legal work and thus more attorney's fees. And that's why having a will, it's the old saying by the founding father, Ben Franklin, a stitch in time saves nine. It's truly a stitch in time, and it will save nine. And I'll explain that more in the next series. But please like, subscribe, and share. More importantly, get your powers of attorney and your wills done. These are not expensive documents. The powers of attorney are free on the Texas Legislature's website. They're in English and Spanish. Download them, fill them out. Make sure they're executed properly. That's the big key. Same with wills. Wills need to be executed properly. It may be worth getting an attorney involved. Do you have to? No, but you get a better, if you get the right fit, you're going to get a better work product. That attorney will want to excel to make sure you and your family are protected. And that's why it's worth getting it. But you don't have to do it that way. But just make sure you do something, because the alternative is when there's nothing, there's no roadmap for the family, and then it gets more complicated. I'll get into that in the next series. Thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Leave me a message or a question on any video platform you watch these, and I'll get back to you in the next video series or in a direct message back to you or both. Thank you again. God bless America.